Such quiet about this. What's so odd about this?
What should I get up to?
Seems I'm not the only.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find. I feel more welcome here than any place else.
Such quiet.
I'm going to go exploring. What do you want?
We shall await you here, Master.
Mayhap I really would have been better
So tired. I'd kip just about anywhere.
Well? Oh, to think such a place exists. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this...
I'm nodding off where I stand.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
Aye, this should be far enough. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt. We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt.
I'll not stick my head where it would get cut off.
If I grin and bear it, I'll make it through.
Swapping stories is one that...
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time. The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, it seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts.
That... Certainly worthwhile. A laudable result. Just what I would expect of the Arisen. 'Tis vital that we rest and regain our strength before moving on. Dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern end. I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
Leave off.
A guide is most helpful. Now we shan't lose our way.
Consider me unimpressed.
Could have sworn I ought to attend.
It's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful. The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin. Tread carefully. It seems our every step is being watched. 'Tis eerie, but we must needs press on. We shall await you here, Master.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi!
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I ants figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false Arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial, so the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you.
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
Thank you. A token of my appreciation.
What is that, a tower? Nay, a statue.
We ought to take a closer look.
There's no easy thing making a living so
This is generally used as a material.
A different combination of materials results in different creations.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Our homecoming is at hand.
It is much safer here. Few monsters linger in the city's shadow.
I quite agree.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then we'd best keep some coin on hand to ease our potential warders' suffering and make them an ally to our cause.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Always a pleasure.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen... Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces, and all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I have no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
So, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Disa. This spider has woven her web rather carefully.
If we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen, all shall change once we have attended the coronation. If Your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so Your Majesty will do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, Your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power as arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving Your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past. Perchance he knows aught of use.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform Your Majesty when I have prepared a plan of action. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work